Next up, Kendall Fink, please come up. Kendall was a 1986 graduate, track and cross country. He was a state runner-up in the 3,200 meter run, all-city in 3 events in track and field, 800, 1600, and 3200. Those are all distance events for all of you that aren't familiar with track, and they're tough to be a triple. Winner of the Doug Connolly Cross Country Invitational and 3 years all-city in cross country. His senior year, he was divisional champion in cross country, graduated the top 5% of his class here at Tempe High and Tempe Athlete of the Year in 1986. Competed for Arizona State University and was their #1 runner in 1990. Pac-10 All-Academic Team, Rudy Lavick, award winner at ASU, graduated ASU magna cum laude 1991. Please welcome Kendall Fink.
I can't think of a better person to do my introduction than, excuse me, Coach McBurney, who I have great respect for and consider to be Mr. Buffalo. Thank you. It's a great honor to be selected to the Tempe High School Hall of Fame. I'm happy to share this moment with my family and a big group back there. Running has been a very important part of my life. I spent countless hours as a youth training and dreaming about being great. Much of the success I did have wouldn't have been possible without the support of my parents, my mom and dad back there. Thank you. My parents were present for pretty much every race. They were there to watch and cheer me on, win or lose. But I wanted to share one of my favorite memories of my parents with respect to running and our tradition of carbohydrate loading the day before big races at the spaghetti company that used to be in downtown Tempe. My parents knew how to support me, encourage me, and love me unconditionally. And I'm grateful for that. Thank you. I want to finish by telling one of my mom's favorite stories. It involves Coach McBurney, so I thought it would be fitting. I came to Tempe High as an unknown sophomore, joining the cross-country team a couple of weeks late. By the end of the season, I was the team's #1 runner and finished 19th in the state. My coach for that season was not a teacher at Tempe High. He was a grad student at ASU. So when track season started, I was pretty much under the radar, and this is where my story begins. Coach McBurney was the head track coach, and a short time before our first meet, he sent us all down to pick up our uniforms. We went down to the basement, and the equipment guy called my name, and he handed me a JV uniform. And I tried to convince him that I deserved the varsity duds, but he would have none of it. The only thing he said was, "Go talk to Coach McBurney." So I gulped. I approached Coach McBurney. I was a 135-pound sophomore, and it took some courage on my part to approach him. And this is my memory. He was on the track, and I picture him wearing his cowboy hat and boots and staring at me with his steely eyes. And he said, "Son, you have to be a stud to be varsity as a sophomore." So I accepted my fate, and I headed out to practice. After practice was over, Coach McBurney found me and apologized and let me go get my varsity gear. At that moment, I felt on top of the world because the man I really looked up to had indirectly called me a stud. You can't get much better than that. Thank you very much.